Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the class with the non-detailed first unit supplementary reader after 20 years. Okay, this is a very nice story, and this is a story about friendship, right? And before that, in supplementary reader, only have 5 mark, right? Only one paragraph we are going to study. You don't have 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, nothing. You have only one paragraph we are going to study in supplementary reader, right? So for that, if you have a clear knowledge about the characters and story and events, you can write the paragraph very neatly. Okay, after 20 years, okay, this is a story about a friendship, okay, and which is written by O. Henry. His full name is William Sidney Porter. Okay, his full name is William Sidney Porter, and he is an American short story writer. Okay, Henry is American short story writer. His stories are well known throughout the world. He is a very famous writer. Okay, his stories are well known throughout the world. His stories had, and in his stories we can see it had unexpected twist in the end. Okay, like that unexpected twist also we have in after 20 years. Okay, in this story also we have unexpected twist, and totally he wrote 381 short stories. Just imagine, 381 short stories he wrote, and his stories are also noted for their witticism and clever wordplay. Witticism, very knowledgeable. Okay, clever wordplay. He has used very wonderful words in his stories. Okay, this is a short intro about the author. Okay, and next come to after 20 years. In this story we have only 2 characters. Okay, only 2 friends. One is Jimmy Wells. Okay, Jimmy Wells, and second one is Bob. Okay, 2 characters we have, Jimmy Wells and Bob. Keep this in mind, and I'll tell you, they made that both friends, they made an agreement 20 years ago. Okay, 20 years ago they made an agreement, right? Just imagine, 20 years ago they made an agreement. What agreement? After 20 years, okay, they have to meet in the same place. Okay, they have to meet in the same place and in a particular time. Okay, when they are meeting after 20 years, what is going to happen? That's what we are going to read in this story. Okay, after, when they meet after 20 years, what happened in their life? That's what we are going to see in this story. And the friends are Jimmy Wells and Bob. Keep this in mind. Okay, we'll see. This is a very nice story. So for that, I want you to enjoy the story line by line. So I'll explain line by line. Okay, here is a story entitled After 20 Years, which is about 2 best friends who had to part ways. Okay, they departed. They returned to keep an appointment they had made 20 years ago. Okay, they made an agreement before 20 years, and read to find out what happens when they meet again. Okay, that's what we are going to see in the story. Okay, story starts. The policeman on the beat moved up the avenue impressively. Just imagine, it was a night time. In a street there was a policeman, and on the beat means duty, he was in his night duty, moved up the avenue, that particular wide street. Okay, wide, you can see in the glossary part also. The avenue impressively, very magnificently. Okay, he's a policeman, no, we know very well how they will look. Okay, that they have a strong body and they used to walk straightly. Okay, like that, there was a policeman who was in his duty, and he just watching that particular avenue very impressively. Okay, and the impressiveness was habitual and not for show. Okay, what he is coming to say, that impressiveness, he told, no, that was habitual, that was a regular duty. Okay, and it is not for attract others, it's not for show, it is his regular duty. and for spectators were few. So in that particular street only night time, no, so only few spectators are there, except them nobody was there. And the time was barely 10 o'clock at night. So what is the time? Barely 10 o'clock. And but chilly gust of wind with a taste of rain in them had well nigh depupled the street. So the climate, here author is coming to say about the climate, but chilly gust of wind, okay, ரொம்ப அப்படியே குளிர் காத்தடிக்குது, with a taste of rain, okay, that rain is going to start in them had well nigh. What do you mean by nigh? Nigh is almost, okay, nigh almost. So almost depupled the streets. So rain is going to come, no, so that all the people they are going to their homes, they are going to settle in their homes. So almost there was nobody in the streets, depupled, nobody in the street. Okay, this is the first paragraph. And second, trying doors as he went, twirling his club with many intricate and artful movements. So trying doors, he is a policeman, so he has to check whether anything is going wrong or not. So he used to club. What do you mean by club? லத்தின்னு சொல்லுவோம்ல, ஸோ அந்த லத்தியை வச்சுட்டு each and every store he is just hitting. Okay, அடிச்சுட்டு அப்படியே போறாரு. Trying doors as he went, twirling. What do you mean by twirling? He has one club in his hand. No, he is just twisting. Okay, as his wish, he is twisting the club with many intricate means in a complicated way. அவருக்கு எப்படி எப்படி இஷ்டம் இருக்கோ அப்படிலாம் he is just twisting. And in an artful movement, so if one see that movement, it is very artful. Turning now and then to cast his watchful eye adown the Pacific thoroughfare. So turning now and then, so angayingayi what he is doing, cast his watchful eye, he is very watchful. Okay, watchful eye adown the Pacific thoroughfare means that particular way. Pacific means complete way. Okay, complete that on that way he has an eye on that particular way. சரியா, நல்ல அப்படியே கீனா he is watching. The officer with his stalwart, so what do you mean by stalwart? The officer, he is a police officer and he has a strong body. Okay, physically he is very strong. Stalwart form and slight swagger, a confident walk. Okay, if any crime or else any criminal comes, he is ready to fight with them. He is ready to fight with them. So with that confident walk, with a strong body, he had on walking in the particular street, made a fine picture of a guardian of the peace. So when we look him, what he denotes, he is a guardian of peace. Okay, because it's a night time, nobody was there, so on the yarume illada edathila he is guarding that particular place. So author is telling he is a guardian of the peace. The vicinity was one that kept early hours. So what do you mean by vicinity? Vicinity, the surrounding area. Okay, the surrounding area. So the vicinity was one that kept early hours. Now and then you might see the lights of a cigar. So the vicinity was that one that kept early hours, very earlier time itself. The vicinity, that surrounding area, everybody have settled in their home. So now and then, so here and there we can see you might see the lights of a cigarette. Okay, we can see the cigarette store in the night time, or of an all-night lunch counter. So we can see cigarette store and a lunch counter in that night time. But the majority of the doors belong to business places that had long since been closed. So only here and there they have a cigarette store and lunch counter. That remaining shops and all, it is business place. So early time itself, that all the shops have been closed. Okay, this is in the first paragraph we saw the appearance of the particular policeman, and in the second we just saw that surrounding how that area was. Next, when about midway of a certain block, the policeman suddenly slowed his walk. So when he was in his way, suddenly he stopped his walk. Why? in the doorway of a darkened hardware store. In a doorway, okay, there was a hardware store, it was closed. So near to that hardware store a man leaned. Okay, what do you mean by leaned? சாஞ்சு ஒரு man நின்றுக்கான். And with an unlighted cigar, he has a cigarette in his hand, but it is unlighted. Okay, in his simply he has in his mouth. And as the policeman walked up to him, the man spoke up quickly. So as a policeman, he has to inquire who he is. So he is going near to him. But as soon as seeing the police officer, the man who is leaned, he started speaking. Okay, the police வந்து என்னன்னு கேட்கறதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவரே அப்படியே முந்திக்கிட்டாரு. It is all right, officer, he said. A man who is standing, that particular man is, he has started to speaking. It is all right, officer, he said. Reassuringly, I am just waiting for a friend. So, listen me, officer, I am waiting here to meet my friend. It is an appointment made 20 years ago. So, it was an appointment that in this particular time, I have to meet my friend because we made an appointment before 20 years. Sounds a little funny to you. So இது உங்களுக்கு ஒரு சிரிப்பு வர மாதிரி இருக்கலாம். Doesn't it? Okay, well, I'll explain. If you'd like to make certain it's all straight. Okay, if you are ready to listen my story, I am ready to explain. About that long ago, there used to be a restaurant where the store hands Big Joe Brady's restaurant. So about that long ago, okay, before many years, in the place he is standing near to a hardware store, in that particular hardware store, I could find one restaurant. Okay, one restaurant, that name of the restaurant is Big Joe Brady's restaurant. This is the name of the restaurant. Before 5 years, in that particular place there was a restaurant, but now at present we can't find that restaurant here. Instead of that, what is there? A hardware store. Okay, near to that hardware store a man is standing, right, and who is asking the police officer where is that restaurant. Okay, and the police officer, he is going to answer, until 5 years ago, said the policeman, it was torn down then. So before 5 years itself, that restaurant, it was torn down, it was destroyed. Okay, that particular restaurant, it was destroyed, and now a hardware store, it came here.